Good morning. Today on the rural project we're going to do some splitting, some stacking and planting a couple of trees, and then I'll work my way to the top of the hill and we'll do a little bit of tidy up. So hi, welcome back to the rural projects. I'm back here again today. The faithful hound with me, Bailey the Wonder Dog, and today I've got a few jobs ahead of me. So one of them is working my way through this pile of rounds and split some. So we'll get some of that split and then get it stacked in the end bay. I also have a delivery of 4 cubic metres and I'm going to take 3 today. So I've just measured this end bay. And basically all the stacked firewood in there, that's 3 cubic metres. So we'll get that thrown in the trailer this morning as well. I brought a couple of trees from home. So this is a lemon gum tree, which was given to me by a friend. So I'll get that planted today. And I've also got a couple of other gum trees. Now these are gum trees that I've actually grown from seed, and they've grown really well. So I'm going to get those planted today as well. I've got heaps of these trees at home where I've planted them all from seed, and bit by bit we'll get them all dotted in and around the land. A lot of them are eucalypts, but I've also got a few deciduous trees just to add a little bit of colour. Say hello, Bailey. What have you been doing? What have you been doing? Hey, what have you been doing? First thing he did today when he came was went out for a quick run around and found a kangaroo and decided to chase it for miles. Right, and then when I've done all of that, I'm going to get myself back up to the top of the hill and we'll carry on that tidy up that I've been doing. Today we've had sort of 2 weeks of dry weather, and this access road down Slippery Hill, that would have dried out quite nicely. Then I found out yesterday that we were getting 30 mil of rain late in the afternoon and yesterday daytime. I just couldn't get away from work, and I was busy at work, so I couldn't get here. But obviously the access road now is slick as. It would have been dry enough for me to have worked my way up and down the gully and ferry all those logs that I booked up a while ago. Got them back up here. But yeah, it wasn't to be, so we'll hopefully get another couple of weeks of dry, and then I'll try and get that job done. Right, so let's get the trailer pulled into position, and we'll get some logs thrown in there. Okay, so this trailer, as you can see, is nearly full. That's a big load on this trailer. Not much left in the wood pile now just to throw back on. Just need to do a little bit of a tidy up, sort of, you know, fill some holes and settle things down a little bit, and then throw a few more on top, and then this 3 cubes will be complete. Okay, so there's my trailer fully loaded there. So that's 3 cubes. As you can see, it's well loaded. That's what 3 cubes looks like in this trailer. Now that was a measured 3 cubes. Normally it's obviously I kind of fill the trailer roughly as full as you see there, but it was a measured 3 cubes. So now what I think I'm going to do is get the splitter going, move this out of the way, get the splitter going, split a little bit of wood, stack a bit of wood, and then the next job after that is I'll go and plant some trees. So let's get that splitter fired up and yeah, split some wood. Okay, so we've got all the logs sort of stacked on the log lift, using that as a table. Heaps of logs behind me to my left as we stand now. Yeah, I'm going to get this log splitter fired up and we'll get a load of these split, get them thrown towards the bay at the end and then get them stacked. So as you can see here, and as we've talked about in some of the previous videos, a lot of this wood that I'm working my way through at the moment is really wet. You can see the wetness on the ends of the logs there, and also as I'm splitting them you can see the rot in the middle. Now the outside of the wood is great and it'll make great firewood once it's all dried out. So what I do is I work my way through this, splitting it, knocking off all the rotten stuff in the middle, and that just goes in a pile on the floor. And then any of the good wood from the outside, that gets thrown into the wood pile for stacking at a later date. Where all my firewood's going, so I decided to set up the camera, do a little bit of I spy on Bailey the Wonder Dog and see what he's up to. As you can see, he's a firewood thief in the making, that dog. The dog log thief. Oh look, he's looking guilty. The attempt to rip him to pieces up there, don't you? You guilty? Really? Come on then. Come on then. So I'm just operating the log splitter here, and I saw something out of the corner of my eye. That big spider. Give you an idea of the size of him, that's a glove. Made me jump. Well, I'm not deadly, but the show will give you a big bite. Right, we'll let him go and I'll carry on. Okay, so this is all the wood split, so we'll start the stacking process now. I'll go and collect all the stuff that the dog log thief, or the log dog thief, whichever way you want to say it, has gone and hidden up in the bushes. I'll go grab all those and then I'll start this stacking process. Right, so I have finished splitting and stacking. So we got that row completely filled, and just a sprinkle of wood across the bottom there, ready for the next splitting operation. So I got the log splitter moved it over there. So it creates me a little bit more room, because this is the next bay that I'll be using as firewood for sale. So all that's perfectly dry. Hey, what are you doing? And also did a little bit of a tidy up around here. I'll just give those leaves a bit of a rake. Tidied all that up, and any of the wood that's not ready for firewood, not good enough for firewood, I've been putting in a pile. So that's all been put in the back of the ute. Now that'll go back up the hill. I have a little cookie pile next to the container, which I put all the rubbish in. To be honest, once it dries, I'll take it home and I'll burn it. Or I've sold it off dirt cheap in the past, and people have been really happy with it. And then all of the waste material that was on the floor, basically that just gets pushed over the side of the hill here. Obviously that stuff has gone in today. That's what it looks like once it's gone in. All the loose material on top, but once you add a little bit of rain, all the loose material disappears, and you're left with all the little chunks of wood. But that'll all rot down over time. Well, as usual, didn't quite get finished what I was expecting, but I got the 4 trees put in, all the logs split, all the logs stacked, 3 cubes of wood in the back of the trailer. But I just never got into the area at the top of the hill there to start clearing any of that. That'll happen next time. Okay, well listen, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, don't forget to give it a like, and stay tuned, because there'll be more videos coming up from the rural project in the future.